Oh my monitor's on. Hold on. Jesus. The headphones are really loud. There we go. That might be a little bit better. And I think the audio's good. We're messing with some new audio settings. So let me know if it sounds crazy or anything. The air conditioner's pumping. I got a fan blowing on me. So we're trying some noise suppression stuff. Hello, Ben. I see you there. Send it. Hey, H Hansty. We're gonna go with. Ben says, another solid podium for the Lucky 15s. Was hoping it'd be number one, but Scalp are a solid team. Yeah, Scalp's been doing very well. What is this, their second tournament that they have won this year? We'll talk about them in a little bit. I didn't actually watch all that much, to tell you the truth. So we're going to watch the last, watch the last, point, and then I don't know. We'll just see what happens. Hopefully everyone's well this fine, blistering Thursday evening. Chris Raymond, good evening. Who else is in here? Let me know where you're at. I want to find, every time I say this, I want to try to find someone in some crazy far-off distant land. So if anybody's in, Bermuda, maybe you're in Papua New Guinea, let me know. Philip's in Reno. We're actually going to watch something about Reno later. Maybe you could tell by that. MLG, will you be making a GOR5 review? I'm not 100% sure yet. We'll find out, though. I was going to try to actually have one for the live stream, but couldn't obtain one today. Yep. Cincinnati, Ohio. Tijuana's pretty cool. Michigan, North Dakota. North Dakota's kind of exotic. Chris Martin, driving from Sacramento to Fresno for the Blink-182 concert. Cool. I like the alien head. Dude, I used to listen to Blink-182 nonstop in, 1997? Somewhere around there? Yeah, Blink-182. It's crazy how all these old bands are on these, nostalgia tours. Central, do we have 2 North Dakotas? We have 2 North Dakotas? Or is that the same North Dakota and I'm just ridiculous? Nope, same one. We got a Wisconsin, we got Vermont, we got Southwest Florida. Southwest Florida. So Everglades side of Florida. Please review Geo5, and we might. The Yay area. Everyone's just telling me where they're at. Scenic North Highlands. Don't show off markers during the live stream. I know. But I really do think it's because it was all black. I've shown off so many guns on these things before that this never happened. I think it was more of a fluke. San Diego or Fallbrook? Sorry. MLG Scooty, have you heard about the unusually high amounts of shark attacks? Nope. Chris Williams. Ooh, look at Pootie Tang up in the corner there. You like that? A little bit of Pootie Tang. I kind of like it. You're awesome, dude. Super chats, you guys help fuel this whole entire thing. Honestly, if there weren't people super chatting, I probably wouldn't do live streams. So thanks. No shark attacks. I have not heard of the shark attacks. Although that's not surprising. I don't live in Texas, and I don't really pay any attention to the news at all. So if it's not on Reddit, I don't know if it happens. And am I going to do a GOR5 review? I don't really know yet. I haven't fully decided. We kind of talked about that. I think that, I'm going to try to focus maybe more on narrative stories or something like that. Like that last video that I did called something about the illegal paintball guns that changed paintball. This next time we're going to do the Hyperball tournament that changed paintball. So for now, at least, I want to try to probably focus on those. Although I probably will put reviews up maybe for channel members. Like if you're a channel member here, you could go look at the Bunker King Control 2 I kind of put up a little video on that. It's only about 5 minutes long, but it is just a hopper, so it's not like, there's not like tons to talk about. You can be a channel member. There's a link in the description to be one of those channel members, or you can follow that link right there, which will take you over to this page, and you can read all about it. Channel members are $3 and $10 a month, and you get some perks and stuff like that. Like Ben Lawton here in the chat. Ben got a G1 paintball. What happens if I hit this G1 button? Nothing. It'll go off that. Ben won himself a G1 headband, not headband, like beanie and gloves. And Ben, hopefully you got that stuff. I thought of you when as soon as I saw your name, I was like, I assume Ben got that stuff, so let me know. Did you get it? And then we'll have another giveaway too. I got some of the Carl Markowski has their H2K tank tools. I got a couple of those things. We're going to give those away in like a week or two. Maybe we'll just give them out the next month. Actually, no, maybe July would make sense. Boomer T, I don't know. Who knows? D-Rec. Well, I see you next weekend at Capital Edge. I was hoping to finally meet you. Are you going to go to the CEPL? I don't know. I haven't gone to the field in like a month, I feel like. It's just been so hot that I've tried to, like, I don't know, just not go to the paintball field. But I'll probably be out there for CEPL. I mean, I normally go out to CEPL, so I'll probably be there tooling around. I'm pretty hard to miss. Plus, you could probably just ask half the people there. They'll know who I am. So, yeah. Got it and used it. Good stuff. Cool. It's 103. Yeah, I know. That's funny that I thought today. So today is 104 or 103 degrees outside. And yesterday it was like 113. It was like 111 the day before or something. It's just been crazy. And today 103, I was like, man, it feels kind of, it's not that bad out. I was like, man, it's not hot in here yet. It's 11 a.m. and I don't really have to run the air yet. I was like, dang, it's nice. And then Capital Edge, they're having their tournament this next weekend. D-Rec, yep, you'll be there. Cool, yeah. Next weekend, the CEPL, the Capital Edge Paintball League is going to happen. And it's going to be in like 96 or something. And I'm like, oh, that's really nice. I mean, it's like perfect weather. I'm like, man, that's still hot. It's just been so out of control. Dustin, channel member, amazing person. He's better than all of you guys. So what are we going to talk about? Let's talk about NXL. Let's get my headphones on. So like I said, I haven't watched this actually yet. Oh, God. I'm telling you guys. Every time I do this like gets messed up. We talked about this last time. So if anyone's an OBS expert out there, let me know why this keeps getting messed up. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do either. Bear with me, guys. Nope, that's definitely not what I wanted to do. We got to go to this. I'm having problems right now. Bear with me. We'll get there. Copy, media, paste. There we go. I don't know why that moves over. Like literally every time it goes over. Okay. I also have another weird problems. Like where's the huh. Like there should be the background on here too. I don't know. Okay, whatever. We'll just watch this black. Not that big a deal. Okay. My scenes are all locked for sure. Well, the scenes don't technically lock. All my sources are locked. But it's weird. It just gets weird every time. It's either the browser one or the media one. One of these gets shifted. Anyway. Okay. What are we doing? NXL Europe. So this is, this past weekend, the National X-Ball League in Europe had their second tournament of the year. They're actually only doing 3 events this year. Their 2 first ones are invitational, so they're only, well, kind of invitational. Any of the pro teams, semi-pro, and WNXL teams are playing the first 2 events, and then the 3rd event, they're kind of like final tournament, is going to be everybody. So all the divisions. So you're going to get like pro through Division 4, I believe. And this is just the last few minutes. You can see right there the last 2 minutes of the finals. All kinds of weird problems with stuff. Like, why isn't this video playing? Play video. Maybe it's because I have this filter on it or something. Okay, let's close that. Bear with me again, guys. This is welcome to live streaming. Okay, we need to go to this folder. Then we got to find the other folder called Live Current. We got to go NXL Europe Finals. Let's try to paste that in there. I don't know why that one was not working, so I have no idea what the hell's going on. Let's just put that like right there. And I have to turn the audio on so I can actually hear it. Oh my god. Finally.
I've never done either of those. I know last year Skinny Kevin got coerced into driving there and back.
So one of the things I definitely thought was, you know, a little bit odd about this is that they had Harrison Fry and Tom Cole announcing the finals, which was kind of odd. You know, nothing against Harrison and Tom, but you'd think that in the finals they would try to have like real announcers, but they did not. And as we can see here, we have Breakout Spa playing Scalp, and there's a 4-4 tie with only 2.5 minutes, but there's only almost 3 minutes left, 2.5 plus 18. I almost said 2.5 again.
And you did see that time they skipped that can of death. Yeah, we saw. We didn't have.
And you know, one thing that I've noticed about like making, actually we'll talk about that later.
If he goes all the way up to the center 50.
Yeah, they have 2 snakes. They're doing that inside snake, and then there's also the outside snake. We often see that these outside snakes aren't as like as useful, or the inside snake is not as useful, because you get a little bit wider on the outside. And there's obviously those 4 beams over there that are kind of sort of in the Doritos.
That's a
You know, I really like all these like new layouts everybody's doing.
tie ball game here, 2 minutes 48 seconds.
Should also say that
Ultra important here.
Breakout Spa and I'm gonna open my notes. Breakout Spa and Scalp also have 2 American pro players. So Scalp actually has Arturo Andrade from Dynasty, and then Pat Kraft is playing for Breakout Spa. Let's watch this a little bit. That audio might be really
that was Sushi Pizon, really great player. Seen him do a few great things here. We got
there's that inside
here
snake
going
right
to
there,
their
though.
snake. Gonna try and get a
Ooh,
free
this is
kill on
crafty. I
Arturo
like
here.
this. Nice.
Let's see what happens.
Damn, that's a good angle too.
They keep missing each other.
I mean, that's a really scary spot for that guy on the inside of the snake.
Arturo finally snaps him out.
Damn,
That was,
that's crazy,
tense
right?
moments for a second.
Once he gets in there, I think it takes him too long to get up there and bayonet the guy.
Yeah, I don't think that that's a good idea, because you can't really do anything if you don't shoot that guy. If you don't shoot that guy, you're screwed.
Side, but so does Faraj. So I believe it's a 3-on-3 right now. You see Axel and the scout player in the both matched up in the Dorito.
Trying to like find people. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can't even see anybody.
It's almost mirrored up here. Except there's
Look
a
how
kind of a
cool it
2-on-1
looks,
on the
though. I really
left.
like how they
They're
have
playing
like
a
that
hole here
hill in the
for
background and
2-on-1
stuff. It
to
reminds me of like
so,
SC Village or something
you wanna
cool.
do it carefully. And with only a minute 20 left, this is an important the next kill here will likely decide the match in the tournament.
Look at that windmill in the background.
So we got Tristan
huge
and
windmill.
Dylan here for breakout spot on the Dorito side. Axel in the Dorito corner.
Who knows where this is at? What city is
And I
this
believe
actually?
it's
in?
Arturo and Geiger here on the snake side for scalp. And yeah, it's a 3-on-3 right now with 45 seconds. So anything
left.
Axel makes a big move to the Dorito too.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
And he's gonna get
And
checked
he's
out, and he
dead.
gets shot. Arturo makes the big coast-to-coast shot
Yeah,
on
he
Axel.
shot the
Only
Dorito
33
guy.
seconds left, however. Arturo wants to move. He's gonna probably take that highway run.
I think
He's
that
gonna play this the whole
if I'm not
time.
mistaken either,
Yeah,
I'm like
that was
pretty
really
sure
good.
Breakout
Good
Spot
job.
has Samotrov
No
too.
one's gonna know he's there.
20 seconds left. Clock is ticking.
This breakout guy's just waiting for Arturo to try and come through.
Arturo trades out with Tristan, and it's a 2-on-1 with 10 seconds left.
The
Dylan's
audio's
alone. Can he hold it?
Oh no, he's
Wrong.
not gonna.
And they
Oh,
4 seconds
4
left.
seconds left.
And
Oh,
that
was a good
could be
match.
it. That is it.
Good
That was a great match.
That was a good
Yeah, it's good. You
Scalp
can't really
wins with
see that
3
much though. I
seconds
mean,
left for the
I don't know. I
final.
just felt you can't really see much. They go to this like wide angle right here, and you can't see shit. It's like if there's guys in the snake right here, it might be cool, but like it's so wide that it's like it makes it really hard to see stuff. But Scalp wins.
Finals. And congrats to them. So once again, this is Harrison Fry from San Diego Dynasty, Stockholm Joy Division. We
Tom
got
Cole from Major League Paintball.
Tom Cole from Major League Paintball, the president, up for re-election in September. Make sure you cast your votes.
Someone's trying to replace me with someone else.
President of
Thanks,
MLP, NXL Europe, and
Are they
NXL
really? I don't think
USA.
so. That sounded like Harrison was joking.
Someone's trying to replace.
Up for re-election in September. Make sure you cast your votes.
Someone's trying to replace me with someone else.
President
Thanks,
of MLP.
Yeah, okay, I don't know, whatever. That was NXL Europe. I don't know. That's all we're talking about. But we definitely saw Scalp win. Breakout Spot took second place. Lucky 15s in third place. And then Austin FSU, the kind of newer team or whatever we're going to call them, in the Millennium Series, or I should say NXL Europe, took fourth place. NXL Europe, I don't know. I just didn't watch a lot. I mean, mainly just because, like, I don't know. I just feel that, like, if I'm going to watch, this stuff, or I'm going to put so much time into watching this paintball stuff, I at least want the production value to be a little bit better. And I don't know, it's just so goddamn long. It's like 9 hours of paintball every day, and I struggle to watch half of the NXL. Yeah. Playing on grass is so nice, Boober T. Let's go back. I am hot. What is going on? Cameron's going crazy. Yeah, the camera angles were black compared to Ghost Sports. Tom Cole kind of snapped on Fry. What happened? Right before that match, he got involved in a penalty discussion, and Tom Cole told him to be more objective and control himself. Was it on, like, the webcast? Like, were you there? That's funny. Yeah, that's everybody, though. Everyone's always complaining about penalties and not really seeing what's happening. It happened to you, so you're going to freak out. But if it happened to somebody else, you'd be like, yeah, well, I think that this and this is correct. You're much more clear-headed, but everyone, like, freaks out. Who knows? Chris also loves playing on grass. I don't know. I mean, I think I, like, prefer grass, but the problem with the grass is that it just gets so messed up so fast that it's hard to, like, maintain. It was on the webcast. That's funny. I'll have to go back and find it. There's a Joy Division match. Maybe we'll look for it. Yeah, the problem with, the grass is just that it dies. It's just, we're so hard on it. And obviously, the NXL, sometimes the NXL starts off with perfect grass. And then by, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, it's completely destroyed. Yeah, it's different though. It's like it's good and bad. The good thing about turf is it's the same all the time. You know, like grass can be good and bad. It's like, you know, think about the NXL. You know, think about like, you know, it's Sunday on the pro field, and there's spots where the grass is still soft at, but then you know, slide into the snake and it's like concrete because it's so hard because everybody's been pounding on it all day or all weekend. But I'm with you. I think grass looks way better. It's one of the reasons I hope that the NXL kind of never does turf. I just hate the way it looks. I think that the grass just looks way better. You know, it's like watching, like, you know, the NFL or whatever, these NFL teams that have turf. It just doesn't look as good. It's like weird green. It's like too green and like, I don't know. Cameron, it had something to do with Arturo getting a penalty. So scalp and Joy Division. I'm not going to find it now because it'll take like 10 minutes, but maybe we'll find it and like make fun of him next live stream. I've never talked to Harrison. Harrison seems really cool though. I seem to think he's a cool guy. Chris, keep grinding JP and try to come out with a vengeance. Okay. Matthew Irvine, the turf they had on this field is really nice. I've been on it, and you can slide a lot smoother than the grass, but can still grip nicely with cleats. Where was the actual tournament at? What city was the actual event in? I'm trying to figure that out. Paintball. This is kind of cool. This has nothing to do with the Millennium. I keep saying the Millennium. And you know what's just crazy to me? Is that, like, let me show you guys... I'm going to look for something. Let's just look for a video. I don't have... Actually, I'm going to look through my own videos, my own cache of paintball videos. Let's just... Let's look at this. So this is the 1996. I'll turn that way down. This is what, you know, I'm going to make a video on this tournament coming up. So I've been talking about just a video I'm going to make, and this is going to be on this tournament, essentially. So one of the things I think is crazy, right, is this is 1996. So this is only really like 12 years after paintball started. I mean, which is no time at all, right? And just look at how nice this tournament looks. And this is in France as well. So this is not in the US. But there's, look at the people they have all over the place. There's like grandstands and like, it's very well organized and put together. I'll just like, most of these are matches, so they don't actually, you can't actually like see the environment. But lots of stuff, you know, it just looks really good. And this was a very long time ago, you know, I mean, almost 20 years ago now, this tournament took place. Oh, I'm God, almost 30 years ago, this tournament took place. So, what, you know, I just noticed that when I've been making some of these videos, is that it's crazy how much, like, I feel like, I don't want to say paintball has declined, but it certainly has in Europe. You know, I mean, look at all these people. There's like people in the grandstands everywhere. There's like, just the quality of the event is so high. And nowadays it's like, you know, you look at these European events and it's like, they don't even have, they have 3 big tournaments this year compared to the 5 they had just, you know, 5-6 years ago. They can't even like have all the divisional teams there. They're only having pro and semi-pro at the tournaments, like that British Invitational or the British Invitational. So it's just kind of odd how Europe has declined so much. And I mean, Europe was one of the like, or Europe, specifically England and France, are kind of the reason we're like doing this, right? I mean, this is the first Hyperball tournament, and it's in France. And then a year later, they had the first airball tournament. We had Angel kicking ass. There were all these cool companies and leagues doing stuff back then, but it's just gone now. It's really kind of unfortunate. I don't 100% know why. You know, I feel like COVID had something to do with it, but the European economy is not probably as strong as the U.S., but it's just crazy just how much it was affected, right? It's wild. Where I feel like in the U.S., we kind of kept ticking along. We didn't have any like big, huge setbacks like maybe in Europe they've had, or nothing really crazy and major. And, you know, we look at this tournament and it looks so modern, right? I mean, everything's like, they have like, you know, banners everywhere and like, you know, people in the stands and stuff. And this is 1996. And if we switch over to, like, if we watch something like the NPPL from 1996. Maybe I don't. I guess we can watch that still. Let's go here. So this is the NPPL Las Vegas desert tournament. I mean, I don't know. This is the difference between Europe and America at this time. I mean, it's like, what is even happening? You know what I mean? Like, dudes just like hoofing it through the desert. Like, where are those guys going? I mean, this looks like training footage from Desert Storm. So the difference is just kind of crazy how different the leagues are. And at this time, you know, like, it was just this like weird, not weird, you know, like traditional old school, like woods ball fields. They obviously are in the desert, so they kind of had to build some, you know, bunkers and stuff like that. But it's just considerably different. It's just so strikingly different. And I think it kind of shows how that Europeans kind of like led paintball into a new age. So watch the new video. It's going to be about that. Oh, Matthew Irving. To be fair, although the NXL itself only had pro and semi-pro, CPPS, the venue, had its round 3 this weekend, and I played Saturday in Division 4. For sure. It's like, but, you know, I'm with you. I mean, I don't even think we necessarily need, you know, Division 4 or Division 2 or whatever in the same like tournament series. I think in America it works a little better because the place is so huge. You can, like, you know, if you go to Florida, you can draw just Florida teams. But you know, NXL Europe, Europe's so much smaller. I think it's just not maybe the same kind of environment. The CPPS is huge though, for sure. I mean, the CPPS is kind of like the USXBL or the WCPPL here. They're two huge leagues that have, gosh, like almost half or nearly the same amount, like 70% as the NXL get. For sure. That was very true. Yeah. So I don't know. It's just interesting. Cameron, the world has lost less. The world was a lot less captivating then. No phones, 2 distractions, no socials, no streaming. Yeah. That's for sure. People did have to come and watch it. That's very true. Yeah. But that's everything, you know. Everyone's, you know, everything's kind of weird about that. It's like we're in this weird time where, like, you know, you think, you know, 10 years ago even, we were in this period where everything was on TV. You know, not really, a lot of people weren't watching stuff on the internet. And now we've gotten to the point where there is so much content just everywhere. YouTube, you know, you got TV, you got movies, you got streaming stuff, you got all the old movies and TV shows you can watch. There's just so much content now that it's being hard. It's gotten harder and harder to, like, do anything. You know, it's like here on YouTube, you know, I'm not really even competing against other paintball channels. In reality, you know, it's me competing against you guys watching some other video on YouTube. So, you know, some brains, California Or Canada, I don't know. We have open land where dudes would randomly play Outlaws regular. That's very true, too. Europeans would be too cool with that. Or wouldn't be too cool with that, probably. Yeah, I hear you on that. That's very true. We have a lot more, I assume, a renegade ball or whatever. Yep. So I don't know. Taliban training video. This kind of looks like that. Remember, like when that video of them came out trying to do with like. Where is that video? We're gonna find it. Man, remember that video that came out of them trying to do jumping jacks? Oh, I guess this isn't like. I guess this isn't. I don't know if you guys ever saw this. This isn't actually like the Taliban, I guess, but it's essentially just as funny. So this is dudes that have never done anything athletic before in their life, and also never done jumping jacks. Look at that. Isn't that just crazy? Look at this guy. He's doing like... It's insane. It's crazy. You know, I guess it's just different cultures, you know. They're just not used to jumping jacks. You know, they got probably some other crazy workout that they could do. It's just hilarious. So if you ever feel bad about yourself, just know that you can probably do a jumping jack. That's so funny. That's just hilarious. I think it's great. Dude, I am so hot. I was going to see if I could wish my hair and have it work. Most of them got it. It looks like. Yeah, it's crazy. I remember seeing the Taliban training on monkey bars. I think I remember that too. Like they're just like doo 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 doo. Then you got one guy who can skip like 3 of them. I remember doing that, trying to skip the bars. I was pretty good at that because I'm, you know, weirdly big. Yep. Okay, what else we can talk about? That's all. No, that's not all. But make sure to like the live stream. If you're in this thing and you're, you know, hanging out and whatever, give the live stream a like. It's certainly helpful. So just, you know, tap that like button there and tell your friends, I guess, too. You know, normally we don't talk about when every time a new gun comes out. It's not something I always talk about here, but I just really like these. This is the new HK Army Etha 3 Metal. The MTL. The Etha 3 Metal. Which is kind of crazy, you know? I mean, it's $200 more than the Etha 3. It's $750. Which is kind of crazy, you know. I mean, you can just, you know, for like $300 more, you can buy a 180R, which, yeah, is definitely a better gun. I just really like the way these things look. I really like they did the Etha 3. I mean, if you guys, you know, listen to this thing, you're going to know that I'm an Etha 3 fan. So I like it. I'm a fan of it. I think I like the, that one's called Onyx. There are only 4 colors. That's Dune. This one is Prestige. Yes, that one's Prestige. And the next one's called Midas. And they're, you know, it's just a Etha 3 with a cool body on it. It's not like, you know, super crazy. It just looks really cool and I like it. HK's been making so much stuff. I mean, they have like so many like custom guns they've come out with and all kinds of stuff. I really like it. Boomer, not big on the HK mill jobs. Some of them are cool. That's kind of like, this one kind of fits their barrels too, right? I forget what they call that, but it kind of fits their barrel they have. It's their barrel tips and stuff that are milled like that. I liked the one, I like the 180R they have though. That's like, you know, candy cane spiral or whatever. Yep. Ben, I don't like HK, but I do like their markers. So you do like HK. I like HK stuff. I mean, for a long time, I was kind of like, I don't really like. Yeah, Ben, that's what I was going to say. You're like, Mr. H is just too much for me. Yeah, but he's not. That's not really Mark. That's not really who he is. I mean, kind of. He's kind of fun and exciting, but he's not like yelling at you all the time. It's kind of just like, you know, a shtick to like be excited and get attention. Not, I think he's not trying to get attention. It just kind of like brings attention to the brand or whatever he's doing. I think that's maybe a little bit more of it than anything. So HK turned into too much of a money grab. I don't think so. I don't think that any of these companies that are in business to make money, it's possible to do that, you know. They got to pay their employees, you know, they got to do all kinds of stuff. One thing I definitely like about HK is they started to make all that, like, I don't know, like knick-knack stuff that kind of went away. There were no companies. It seemed like CP. Sean, how are you? With a freaking super chat, too. Finally, Monday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's kind of a weird time for West Coasters, though. I finally caught the live stream. I just read that. Just flew out of SAC to Palm Beach yesterday to see family. I brought my paintball gear. Where in Florida should I go play? Palm Beach. Why do I Palm Beach? I'm like getting Palm Beach and Tampa mixed up, right? Or is Palm Beach near Tampa? No, it's on the whole other side. You know, I don't know. I mean, I know that there's some cool places in Miami. There's actually like fields kind of in Miami, but Miami's so far away, dude. I don't even know. I got no idea. Actually Palm Beach or West Palm Beach? There's a difference. Yeah, I truly don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. Where are you Miamians at? How long does it take to get to Miami? From Palm Beach. Mammy. Oh, it's not too far. 73 miles. You know, I don't know. I do know that there's like a field that's almost in the city though. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's a ton of paintball in Miami area. I know there is in Tampa. I know there is like in Central Florida and stuff, but I don't know, honestly. Someone in here is definitely tell you. Who's from Miami? No one's from Miami. It's freaking north of Palm Beach. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I'd kind of like to go to Florida, though. I mean, it's better than 115 here. Well, I don't know. I mean, Florida's so, like, freaking humid that I'd probably melt. You can get a TM40 pretty cheap now. Yeah, that's true. True. Yeah, I do kind of want to go to Florida. Florida in the winter is cool. I always liked Florida, like, during World Cup time, because you go there and it's not hot, it's not cold, it's like kind of just perfect. It's always kind of warm in the night, so it makes it kind of fun. Yep. Ben says, I can go TM40. Thanks anyway. Yeah, I don't know. Florida's awesome. It's raining super hard, which I don't like. I could, but it's kind of cool when it's raining. It's warm. I'm so used to it, you know, raining when it's winter and cold outside. It's such like a novelty when it rains and it's hot outside. Yeah. This is kind of neat. I found this again the other day. The double barrel Angel LCD. Oh, this is just crazy. This is an old one. And I'm not 100% sure who made this. It might be Doc. I can't remember his name, but Doc's Machine. was a very, very prominent paintball man, we'll say in the 90s, early 2000s or something like that, making all kinds of crazy stuff. And that's a crazy thing. And you can kind of see how he did it. You just kind of mount two guns together. It's still going to use that same solenoid. The one thing that I was kind of wondering is hopefully it works. There is a shooting video of this gun, but it doesn't, in the shooting video, it doesn't really work. That's what I was wondering though. I mean, really you're using Doc Mitchell. I never knew his last name. I just remember him back in the day, and looking at all the stuff that he was into. I remember him doing like custom milling on autocockers and stuff like that, and doing all kinds of like custom mod things. But yeah, I was wondering, it's one thing you have two guns now, so you have to use twice the amount of air, but you're still using one regulator and one solenoid. So it's a little bit sketchy if it would even work. And you can see it's got two warp feeds on there, which is just ridiculous. I mean, that thing's just crazy. It's just really interesting. It's just kind of cool. It'd be really fun to have one of these. It reminds me of the old, like, when people would get the Tipmans and they'd build, like, little mini guns or rail guns or whatever the hell they're called. They'd make them for, like, scenarios and stuff. That was just cool. That's all. I think it depends on your budget. Who's asking? Where's this AJ? Is it worth it to buy a Shocker Era? That's a fart for you guys. I don't know. I don't know. The worth it questions are always hard. There's probably a better way to phrase it. Because it's like, is it worth it? Well, I don't know, man. It's all, worth it implies that there's a certain amount of money that you can spend or shouldn't spend. So it's hard, I don't know. We don't know. Is the Shocker Era good? Or is the Shocker Era better than other things in that price range? Or is it worth it to get a higher end gun or whatever? Probably. I mean, I think that that price range is probably like perfect, right? I mean, there's not a ton of good options. I mean, really, there's only kind of like 3 guns to buy in there. The 180R, DSR Plus, and the Era. And they're all pretty good. I mean, you're going to kind of get mixed opinions who you ask, but most people are probably going to tell you the 180R is probably going to be that best $1,000-ish gun. And yeah, you could get a better one. The CS3's better. The LV2's better. But I don't know if you're probably not necessarily getting more value or better performance or whatever for spending an additional like $500 or $700. Connor's like, I'll pass on a DSR Plus and 180R. Sure. DSR Plus is awesome though. So is 180R. DSR Plus like shoots so good that I kind of don't like it. It just reminds me of JP. I'll talk about it. The DSR Plus reminds me of how I felt about the Luxes when they first came out. The original Luxes shot like you'd, like an old Shocker. And I didn't really like that. They're so quiet and so smooth and don't kick at all. It just kind of felt like it was kind of wacky. Connor says too many problems with it. The DSR, I could see the DSR, you saying that, going that way. And the Era for real. But the 180Rs don't really, they don't really have problems. On average, at least. Chris is using his Etha 2. The crazy Etha 2. I can't picture it. I know he got like a bunch of like stuff on it. Do you have like the bullets on the back? Like a 6-shooter, like a 6-bullet thing? Or is that someone else? Friggin' Randy's out there with like a $4,000 EMAC. Or Etha 3 or an EMAC or whatever. Crazy. I like the mechanical frame on the DSR. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the shape of the trigger. 38 casings. I kind of thought so. I was like, I started thinking about it. I was like, what the hell is talking about? The mechanical frame of the DSR. I just don't like that flat trigger. You know, I kind of just wish it was like a normal trigger. It's just like, it's just kind of annoying. I haven't actually even felt, Connor. I haven't actually even felt the CS3 electronic single trigger yet, or the Era mechanical frame. Yeah, I just don't. You know, not a lot of people have the Era, so I'm not like, you know, touching the Era all the time. Geo R5. I don't know what's gonna go on. You know, normally on this channel, every single time a gun comes out, I'm buying it and reviewing it. You know, every single one that's come out in the last like 6 years, I've reviewed. Really, a whole shit ton. All of these paintball guns. Well, I shouldn't say that. That's I don't know. We'll just go to this one. All of these paintball guns, eventually, I have reviewed on this channel. I mean, you can see links to all the reviews. You know? So those are all the guns that have come out since I started doing this. I mean, for the most part, I mean, there's some stuff that's not on there, but like Manny said, the DLS, that, you know, I didn't review that because it's kind of like a weird gun and you can't just buy them. You know, they weren't really just available to buy, so I couldn't even just get one. Like, there's not a lot of Mac Dev guns on here because I don't know. Yeah, so every single freaking time, you know, I buy guns, but I'm not 100% sure this time. I don't think that I will be doing a regular review for the Geo R5. I'll for sure do like an unboxing during a live stream, and then possibly, most likely, we'll put together a video for channel members. It won't be probably to the extent and like intricacies that I would do in a normal video, kind of maybe a little bit more loose and free. But there will be stuff on it. I don't know if there'll be like a full-on review on the channel anymore. So I don't know. I just don't know. They're just not very fun for me to make. They're kind of boring, you know? It's like the same goddamn thing over and over. It's like, you know? The other videos are just more interesting, so we're going to do those. Some guy, 242, what the heck is a medal? That is this. Nope, not that. I thought it was going to pop up. That is this. It's just an Ether 3, a Planet Eclipse Ether 3, with a metal body. Metal. Connor, I think so. I think you might be right on that. I think I remember hearing him say that as well. Yeah, I would say that. I think you are right. Yeah. I'm going to go with like 95% sure. Boomer T, the paintball stuff, paintball history stuff has been awesome. There's only been one video, and it did better than any video on the goddamn channel. You want to see something that's freaking kind of sad? Yeah, hopefully, I mean, hopefully these new kind of like historical videos are maybe interesting. I don't know if I want to do always all history stuff, you know, like that's kind of boring too. But just mixing it up and telling like different things. You know, if we search this whole channel by most popular videos, you know, this video I made a month ago is already the 5th most popular video on the channel. And we got to scroll like a long time to find like review videos from like guns, you know, like there's the MacDev Prime shooting video that's way down there. So I'm going to try to like make videos that people want to watch And people wanted to watch that one. So we're going to try it again. I don't know. Does it play Black Sabbath when it turns on? I don't know. Me, Chris? You could do some Hormesis dual joust stuff. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Like me play it? Brad G says, you'll be better off just getting a metal body from the dozens or so of aftermarket companies already making them. If you already have a gun, for sure. For sure. But they're probably about the same, you know, like the, I don't even know what those bodies are all selling for. I don't know. I think it's ridiculous. So I've never even contemplated buying one. They're probably, you know, in that $200 price, just, you know, where that, the all metal Etha 3 from HK is about $200 more too. So, review it. What's there to review, unfortunately? I'd have to go to the event. I'd have to go to one of them. And they're all taking place in Europe this year, so I can't go to, like, France real quick. I would. I mean, I'd probably make something on it if there was one close, but there aren't. There should be a content creator only version of the joust. Well, this guy'd lose. I'd certainly lose. You know who I think would win is Tom Guest. You know, Tom Guest of the Ironman. He technically makes content. Either him or Ronnie. I mean, Ronnie Dizon. You know, Ronnie's doing stuff. There's all kinds of, like, pro guys making little things. I'd lose. I mean, I'd lose if it was just normal idiots. The joust. Highlights, players, when, where, dates. Honestly, though, it's kind of boring. I mean, how many of you guys want to watch a joust video? I mean, it could be kind of interesting if we did it, but... I mean, it could be kind of fun, but, I mean, I don't think that most people want to do it. I think Matt the Gym Rat, he actually did a joust. He did a couple of those, like, joust duel videos or whatever. Reese? What's up? What's up? Blast Camp guy. What's his name? I'm blanking on his name too. I actually have a video we can do something. A lot of pros avoid that one-on-one stuff. I don't know if they do. I don't know if the pros necessarily do. I mean, I kind of understand why. I mean, most of the guys don't want to get beat, and they don't want to... Jackson Frey. Okay, that's who I thought. Thank you, Shorts. Thank you. Yeah, I understand kind of why they don't want to do it, but I don't know if they necessarily, like, just are like, I'm not doing it. Because they certainly do one-on-ones at practice. You know, you see the guys all the time doing one-on-ones at practice. So, but that's also a lot different than doing it in front of, like, you know, a bunch of people. Are you going to go to an NXL paintball tournament this year? Nope. I'd like to. I just can't afford it. I mean, you know, I just can't afford it. That's about all. Reese, yo, my dad owned a store around the same time you did, I think. And he learned from your videos that macro line fittings are rebuildable. Really? That's funny. I didn't know that for a long time either. And then, I mean, I guess I did. I've probably known that for a long time. I mean, they're technically probably not rebuildable. I mean, most of the companies, manufacturers will probably say it's bad because of that little collar, the little, like, teeth on the collar that they kind of, like, bend, so they get kind of, like, weak if you take it out too much, but that's kind of funny. Most people don't know that. You know, most people just buy a new fitting, and you can just pop that bad boy out and put an O-ring on there, or recut your macro line, or flip the O-ring around. It is $5 though. It is a lot of money. If you're like, they're more than $5 for a pack. I don't even know what the hell fittings sell for anymore, which isn't really a big deal if you're a personal person buying fittings all the time, but If you're a paintball store, being able to just repair the fittings is way better than, buying, macro line fittings. I don't even know what macro line fittings sell for anymore. This is kind of cool. Yeah, I assumed like $5 or $6 each. So I thought this would be kind of fun. We're talking about old stuff, and I've seen so much old paintball stuff that I thought this video would be a little interesting. This is the 19... Dude, what is, like, going on with my computer? My, like, mouse won't click on this window, but it will click on the other windows. That is Christ. One of these days. I guess I just get Windows, right? I should just call it and buy a Windows computer. Okay, this is the 1993 Reno NPPL tournament. Let's make sure we got audio. What's going on here? Oh, that's why.
We have the Wild Geese. And from Illinois, we have Team Aftershock.
Illinois.
Winners of the 93 Boston Cup. And down at the Bay Area.
So, 1993, guys. This is 1993. This is the only second NPPL tournament. Number 2. There's only been 2. NPPL tournament number 2. It is so loud. It's like deafening for me. Yep. It is so loud. Hold on. I'm gonna like rejigger something real fast. That's better. 1993 NPPL tournament. Yeah, I just think this is cool. I think it's really cool that this is the second one as well. It's really kind of cool. It's in Reno. I'm not used to like seeing people playing in these kind of environments, out there in like the Sierras, they're in like real woods, like in the high desert. It's definitely like not Reno though. It doesn't look like what I think about when I think about Reno. Someone said automags. There's definitely all automags. It's like automags, autocockers, and that be all. That guy's got a pump gun. No mask bottoms. No bottoms, no ears, just goggles. Talk about being scared playing paintball nowadays. Imagine playing back then when it was like, literally, I mean, you could get shot in the mouth. Anything can happen. That was an interesting cheer. Everyone with their remotes, too. It's hilarious. Remotes were a thing. Remotes were mainly a thing, though, just because the tanks were so big. I mean, guys were carrying around, like, huge-ass CO2 tanks, and then, using a 114 compressed air tank. Everything was just huge. And so heavy. Some good music, though, that's for sure. Let's fast forward this a little bit, some action. Or some talking. And one thing's for sure, too, like, I've been watching a lot of old paintball stuff, and we talked about the NXL announcers and, like, how ESPN had their announcer in with the NXL in the finals for Atlantic City. And, oh my God, the announcing from back in the day, watching, like, those NPPL things that were on ESPN in, like, 2006, the announcing is god-awful. It's so bad. So, like, going back and watching those old paintball things, I mean, the announcing was trash back then. So I imagine it would probably be better than it was back then. It was so bad. Like, I mean, they were calling people the wrong teams, and like they would call every team the something. So it was like, there goes the Team Dynasty and the Excessive, and like they were naming. It's like, what? No one says that. It was just so bad that I don't know. It's just like, it's always been bad.
To the North Star Resort outside of Reno, Nevada.
Oh, they're at North
The last
Star.
leg of the Great Western Pro-Am Series. Teams from all over the United States came as early as Thursday, October 7th to prepare for this event. After the teams had settled into their accommodations at the resort, they are quick to make their way out onto the event site to run the playing fields and to plan out
See,
their
guys, it's just
strategies.
so much
But it takes a
different, you
little
know?
more
It's
than
just
providing
so
the
different.
ability to prepare for this event. We're going to take you back in the month of September, where I had a chance to observe the Jokers Wild practicing in Portland, Oregon.
Wow.
Hi, I'm Phil
Nope.
Smith. We're at Splat Action Paintball Games outside of Portland, Oregon. You have a chance to look in on Jokers Wild, an up-and-coming pro paintball team from Oregon. I had a chance to speak with Jerry Williamson, captain of Jokers Wild, and asked him what, in particular,
This
they were
is so
going to work
cool.
on in practice.
We work a lot on trying to gain 5/8
That
of the
Jerry?
field. Communication. I think communication is a major part of paintball.
Wow,
You know,
everyone
knowing your
smoked
live
cigarettes back
players,
then.
Dead players.
Look at that whippersnapper.
Where you can push on a field, where you
The
can't
thing
push
probably
on
just
a
came
field.
out.
Things like that. We work a lot on
The original
defensive
view
moves,
loader.
offensive moves. Seeing whose gun's going to be, long ball gun, etc., and trying to
A
find which
long
players,
ball
at
gun.
that moment are working better together. Really, we kind of play the field as the
This
field
might have been the
develops.
times where
We
everyone
go
thought
into
their guns
codes where,
shot further,
A
too.
player reads a situation where he thinks he can push, or he's got an angle here or something, or he's making a special move. He communicates to the player
I don't
next
even
to
know
him,
if you
who
guys can
then
hear
turn
this.
and
It's
communicates
kind of,
across
the audio is
field.
kind of
Kind of
low.
play kind of a freestyle ball, and there's really not a set plan that this guy has to go here and has to go there. You have usually a first position that you hit, and then maybe a secondary position. But
This is boring.
we do a lot of freelance, and it's just that.
A lot of freelancing. Let's watch the ads. Splat Action, Portland, Oregon. Tech Line, F1 and F2 Illustrator repair. Wow, that's crazy. If you guys have an illustrator, call that number. That guy can help you out. There's a Tech Line. That's hilarious.
Welcome back to day one of the
Man,
Great
look
Western
at this North
Pro-Am
Star.
in
This is
Reno,
a North
Nevada.
Star Tahoe. So this is
11
like,
amateur
this
and
is
11
not called North
professional
Star
teams
anymore.
have
It's called
traveled
like,
from all over the country
I don't know what it's
to
called.
compete for over $20,000
It's definitely
in
not called North
prizes.
Star. I'm pretty
The
sure.
amateur teams are
So
Fatal
these are
Swoop
some
from California,
very legendary
second in
teams as well. I can't tell you. I mean, I recognize all of the amateur teams. Washington Rain, Chris Lasoya played on at one point in time. Black Sunday was a team somewhere around here that a lot of eventual Ironman guys played on.
the amateurs in the 93 Bay City
I
Masters.
can't tell you. Hold
The
on. I know
Untouchable,
Rich Telford.
also from California. From the Pacific Northwest, the always tough Washington Rain. And Black Sunday from California, taking third in the 93 Dallas
See, I don't
Open.
know these people though. I remember
Out of
looking
British
at this
Columbia,
part.
we have Team Storm.
Dogs of War
The
is a name that
Jokers
I
Wild,
recognize.
First in the
Jokers
amateurs in
Wild,
Portland,
there we
and
are.
fourth in the amateurs in the 93 Bay City Masters. From the state of Texas, we have Urban Survival. And from Sacramento, California, we have the Dogs of War, led by their captain, Rick Wilcox.
Rick Wilcox. Okay, that's
From the
why I
state
know
of
Dogs of War.
Washington, we have
I don't know who
Eclipse.
Rick Wilcox is.
And
either.
from the Bay Area of California,
You know what's
another
crazy
team
though?
called Storm.
How old Rick Wilcox
Finally,
looked.
from the Lone Star
I mean,
State,
Jesus, Rick Wilcox.
another team called Storm. Eclipse, by their captain,
Look
Rick
at that. You guys, I'm older than that guy in that picture. Would you believe it? that guy's older than I am in this picture. Glenn Palmer. Glenn played for Dogs of War. That honestly looks like it could be Glenn. That's funny.
Wilcox.
That guy's older than I am.
From the state of Washington, we have Eclipse. And from the Bay Area of California,
Or
another
that guy's younger than I am. I'm older than he is.
team called Storm. And finally, from the
Diamonds.
Lone Star State, the #1 ranked amateur team, the Texas Black. Finally, from the
Look at the
Lone
guy in the
Star
right
State,
corner. He's a
the
killer.
#1 ranked amateur
Look at that
team,
guy.
the Texas Black Diamonds. On the other side of the coin, we have the pros. From Florida, we have the Palm
Palm
Beach
Beach.
Predators. And out of California,
Tour de Force.
we have Tour de Force, winners of the '93 Bay City Masters.
I knew some guys who played for
From New
them.
Hampshire, we have the Wild Geese.
Storm and Black Diamonds were at
From
Mayor
Illinois.
Island a lot. I drove by Mayor Island last Tuesday.
Boys, we have Team Aftershock.
So there's some guys there. I don't know if anyone can help out, but that's definitely Rennick Miller. Rennick was, I want to say he was the founder of Aftershock, maybe, right? I mean, he definitely owns the team now. He still owns the, I don't think he owns the team. I think he owns, all the intellectual property or something like that. Todd Martinez. That's not Todd. Is that Gary? Oh, Gary in the top right? Top right? Is that Gary? Top right's Todd Martinez. Todd was like a little boy. Yeah, he was like a little boy. I mean, I was 9 years old when this was happening. So I can't imagine Todd is 10 years older than I am.
Winners of the '93 Boston Cup.
Okay, so Mike Bruno on the bottom right. Obviously my head's covering up whoever's on the bottom. I don't know who that is. Mike Bruno. I don't know who else that is. But this is a lot of information I don't know either. So making a lot of these videos, it's like new information for me too.
NPPL's #1 ranked team. We have Bad Company from Maryland.
Here's all the legend
From
teams.
the south, the Texas
I probably
Storm.
know a lot of the Iron Man
And
guys.
from California, the Bushwhackers.
We all know
led
Ron
by the
Kilborn. Damn, look at Ron. He's also 5 years younger than I am in this picture.
Their captain, Ron Kilborn.
He doesn't look old though.
And you can't have a national tournament without this team. The
Navarone.
All-Americans, back-to-back champions.
Navarone
of
was
the
big, too.
91-92 Masters
Obviously.
in Nashville. And out of California,
GBD.
perhaps one of the oldest pro team, we have Navarone. And one of the newest pro team to play the circuit is the Good, Bad, and Deadly, GBD. Newest pro team
Oh,
to
look
play
at
the
those
circuit.
guys. He's got a Hormesis headband on. Well.
Is the Good, Bad, and Deadly, GBD. This tournament is sanctioned by the NPPL, and NPPL rules are in effect. The game
25-minute time.
is capture the flag with a 25-minute time limit.
That's so good.
Live flag rule is in effect, and there are 6 judges to a field. The chronograph speed is 300 feet per second. Teams are awarded 3 points for each elimination, 10 points for a first flag pull, and 60 points
All
for
right,
a
we don't have to
flag
watch
hang.
this part.
Out violation. Okay, we're going to show you the highlights
Hey, there's a
of
guy.
day 1 of the 124 games that
Why am I blanking on who that is?
are played.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
for
That's
hot gun
Darkness.
violations. With 33
I forgot. I saw him
points
earlier.
are deducted for hot gun violations.
Does anybody know who that guy is on the left?
The 100
I called him Darkness. Which might be
points are
racist.
deducted for hot gun
It
violations.
definitely is if you don't know him.
With 33 of the 124
Who is that guy on the left?
games that are
No
played
one's gonna know
today,
who that is.
we're going to show you the
Fred
highlights
Schultz.
of
There we
day
go.
1.
So that guy on the left is Ron Jackson. Ron Jackson was like I don't know what I was going to say. He was a coach. He coached a team that I was on for I don't know, I played 2 years or something like that. Ron's been around for a long time. Ron's great. He's such a good dude. Helped take care of us and a good role model for everyone and was fantastic.
That are played today,
Ron.
we're going to show you the highlights of day 1.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. Maybe Neil in the 80s. See, I don't know who this is. Why didn't they tell us who this was? That guy have a VM68? That guy has a VM68. See that gun in the very corner in the bottom left? Those things weighed like, I mean, no joke. Just the gun by itself probably weighed 4.5 pounds. So it probably weighs, I don't know, maybe more, maybe like 6. I mean, it probably easily weighs 3 to 4 times all of the paintball guns out right now. Not together. But, you know, it probably weighs 4 times the weight of a CS3. Fucking auto mags. Everyone's gonna have an auto mag. This is how far we've come. But remember, guys, this is only a handful of years. It's only like a decade after paintball started. 9 years after it started. We're already doing this. And then imagine like 1993 all the way to 2003, just 10 years later, how much different paintball looks. I mean, we went from, you know, whatever this is. I don't like this video. Is there any like... That's more what I wanted. Whoa, there we go. That's Jason Edwards style. Only 10 years later, you know, and then we're on airball fields in Huntington Beach. It's kind of crazy at just the speed that paintball became a thing and how quickly it grew, right? It's kind of crazy. And I think that we look at nowadays and we're like, why aren't we growing at that same speed? And why isn't it as big as it could be? Or why didn't it keep growing at the same rate? And I don't know, it's probably like everything, right? There's a lot of sports like that. You know, you think about like skateboarding got huge really quick. And it's maybe a bigger industry than paintball. But it's definitely not, you know, basketball or anything like that. So while paintball grew rapidly for like 25 years, we've kind of reached this point where we're maybe settling in. And we're outside of that like hype super growth phase. Because one thing I also think is that like we look back toward, you know, 2005 or whatever, and a lot of us that played back then kind of look back at those times and you look at the NPPL and like it was all flashy and fancy. But I really do think that when we went from like 1997 to like 2005 or 6 in there somewhere, I think most of the growth was just built on hype, right? Like built on like potential. It wasn't like anything necessarily real. And it kind of, I thought the other day of trying to figure out an analogy and how to like equate it to crypto. But obviously crypto is just stupid and completely dead now. But it was kind of like crypto, right? It just was all the hype thing that kind of helped fuel paintball. And then now we're kind of settling into maybe this more, I don't know, I don't want to say realistic phase, but maybe more, whatever, something is what I'm trying to say. JP, airball is so much better. It's definitely more fun to watch. I mean, there's no question about that. But I actually really enjoy this style of play as well. It really is fun to like sneak around and like try to hide and do that stuff. It really truly is fun. Like I like it. So I think just as a normal person, right? I don't want to play tournaments. I don't really have a desire to be competitive in paintball anymore. So I think it's just as a normal dude, like, I don't know. I think that woods ball is more fun to me. I'd rather be able to go play in environments like this than the fields that I play now, you know, like hyperball fields or some of these bigger concept fields. That guy's tank is mounted insane. Look at how his tank is mounted. His tank, look at his tank. It's like mounted behind his body? Or like behind the frame? Huh. I think we might see my old boss in this too. Who's that guy? That's why I thought that. I think that it was him. Actually, I don't know if he played. I don't know where he was at right this time. But yeah, I think that one of the reasons we're playing airball, now, is mainly because this wasn't as visually appealing. I don't know who the hell's playing. Would that be a small Asian dude? Definitely. He was average size.
It was the Texas Storm with the hang.
Defeats Eclipse. Whoa, careful there, ref.
In other games, we have Bad Company spanking.
Yeah, I wanted to watch Bad Company. So here we have Bad Company and Aftershock. So I'm pretty sure that on Bad Company, maybe not at this time, but Tom Cole, current president of the NXL, played for Bad Company for a long time. Not 100. Like I said, I'm not sure if he's on this team yet, but definitely my former boss and Predator Paintball owner, O. Pollock, was on Bad Company as well. But again, I don't know if it was in 1993 or not. O should kind of stand out. He always wore like the hell, he always wearing flannel. There you go. Somebody said it. A man that really liked flannel shirts. Yep. O Pollock. But I don't know if he's. Yeah, I don't know if he's on. Oh, that was a good barrel roll. Talk about your pointless moves. Look at that barrel roll. He could have just moved over, but he decided to barrel roll. He even looked before he did it, just to check. He looked at the ground. It's like, he checks again. He's like, yep, I can barrel roll. You think the cameraman's blowing everyone's cover in this video? Shit. Hold on, look at this. Hold on. These cameramen are insane. Hold on. There's some clips in these where like the cameramen are like running in the field. And there's one clip where the camera guy slides into the bunker with a guy and he's like and like just shoves the camera right in his face. You're just like, Jesus. So these guys were like these camera guys were like on the field. Like, look at this. She's like in the bunker with him. Anyway, I thought that was funny. There's a ton of clips in that are like, there's a cameraman who's just like on the field. It's crazy. Imagine like watching football and there's like guys with cameras chasing after people. Whoa, what is going on with that guy? Look at this guy. Look at this guy in the top of the screen. Look at him get shot. He gets shot and then he tries to like run, but he's laying down and you can't really run when you're laying down. That's good. I think there's a ton of cheating too, you know, like I watched watching old videos, there's so much cheating. There's so much cheating, it's crazy. There's like tons of videos of Crystal Soya just like, oh, I got hit, I'll just run over there. See, I think he gets shot though when he comes over the top right here. Nah, maybe not. You can see all the paint breaking off everything though. Now you're shot. No? You're good? Dude, everyone, he's getting... See what I'm talking about? Like, look at this guy. Bam. I think he got shot right there. He's got like a hit on his arm that we can see in like this 36, like ancient footage. Anyway. I don't know if we gotta watch this whole thing. I just thought this was kind of cool. Oh, there's Rennie.
Rick Miller and entered to 15. And we caught up with Aftershocks captain, Rennick Miller, and asked him if their game plan worked against bad company.
That seemed to work real good. We decided to push the low side over the logs here. No one seems to have tried that yet.
I used to have
We
one
didn't
of those
really have
Scott
enough cover,
goggle
so we
straps.
came over the logs. Seemed to work out real good.
In other games played this second day, we have
Exciting.
GBD defeating the Jokers Wild 100-27. And again after and the All-American Storm is perfect while the Dogs of War are not so perfect due to penalties. Navarone avenges war. 90 stomps Urban Survival 50-42 to 25.
Tour de force.
Game
I know some guys
One tour de
thought
force.
about that. This killer tunes. Copyright. Look at that. The balaclavas are coming back, that's for sure. Alright, I don't know. Should we watch this more or should we not? I don't got anything else to talk about. We don't have anything like cool to discuss or anything. Kinda though, I guess. But I actually didn't get that ready. 'Cause I'm an idiot. Oh, that's Hyperball. We got all kinds of stuff going on here. Washington Rain and Texas Storm. There's just a bunch of music in the background, so it's kind of annoying. Trying to find a picture that I got ready earlier. There we go. We can use this. I need this. If any of you guys out there, so I'm really, really, really looking for this thing. This is Sunday Drivers. So for any of you channel members out there, recently, maybe we'll go back. We'll watch. I want to make sure that's not playing in the background. There we go. Any of you channel members out there, I want to watch old videos again. So we did a. This isn't really. I guess it's relevant to members. On here we did like 2 weeks ago. Oh my god, my times are all off. We did a members only live stream where we watched Push. It went pretty good. I think everyone liked it. I mean, everyone seemed like they liked it quite a bit. So we're gonna do another one. I want to try to do one maybe once a month. I think that would be pretty cool. For channel members doing that live stream where we kind of watch a paintball video together. The problem is I don't have any paintball videos. There are some online, right? Like I can find this bad boy online. It is on YouTube, but the quality is so bad that it's just terrible. So if anybody out there has any cool paintball videos, please get a hold of me. Like send me a message on the internet. What you really probably should do is this. I cannot type on this keyboard sometimes. That. Email me here. It's really easy. Brad at Paintball ruined my life. And I want videos, right? And I'll return them if possible. I could borrow them, and then I'll send them back. I want any of these like cool classic videos. Like I'm looking for Sunday Drivers. I want to find things serial killers. Any of the dirter stuff, like 300 feet per second. There's a bunch of the dirter stuff. So if anybody has like DVDs, like paintball DVDs, they can be VHS, I guess. But I'd prefer, you know, DVDs so I can, you know, rip them onto a computer. So if anybody out there wants to let me borrow Sunday Drivers, Serial Killers, I don't know, at least those ones. I'd really like to just borrow the stuff so I can rip it onto a computer, and then maybe I'll put it on YouTube in like 1080p good quality. We'll like upscale it and do a bunch of like cool stuff to it to make it look better. If they let us do that. Actually, I can do it. I can just make it free and not. I'll just put it on a different account. So if anybody has stuff, please send me over an email. All I really know is the two that I really want. I really want Sunday Drivers, and I really want Serial Killers, 1 or 2. I'd prefer the first one because it kind of, you know, we could do it in order. Jawbreaker, I don't know if I want the Jawbreakers. I don't really remember. Weren't those like very specific to tournaments? Because they made a bunch of those Jawbreaker things. Yeah. Sunday Drivers is on YouTube. It's terrible quality though. Serial Killers is also terrible quality. I mean, they're like 360p. It's like, they're so bad that like, I don't even want to watch them. Like, you know, they're like this quality. So Sunday, what am I doing? Sunday Drivers Paintball. I don't want this quality. Look at how bad that is. No, we're not doing that. So I want to try to get like better quality videos and put this up actually in good format and like make it actually good. Because I mean, it's not like unwatchable, but it certainly could be considerably better. Yeah, and I also want to try to use, I think, some of these. I'd also try to want to use. I also want to try to use clips from those videos for other videos. You know, so. Yep. If you've got something, please just send me an email. There's a 300 feet per second DVD on eBay for $34. Nope, I'm not doing that. I kind of looked for a lot. I was like, maybe someone's selling like just a bunch of them. And I don't know. I was like, I'm going to pay $40 for a freaking DVD that I had 20 years ago that I don't know. It's just as crazy to me. So I want DVDs so I can just burn them. I can just rip them. But then I got to also buy an external DVD ripper. It's been so long since I've looked into that stuff. I got to buy like a CD player. But those are cheap. I mean, you can get those for like $30 on eBay. Or Amazon, is what I meant to say. Yeah, the Jawbreakers, I probably would want them. What I really want is to find a person that's got like a lot of them that I can just be like, you want to send me like 30 DVDs and I can just rip them all. That's what I really want. I think that, yeah, most of the videos that are online, paintball ones that are old, they're all terrible quality. The only like good one is Push. Push is the only good quality video online. See, that's so much better than whatever I'm talking about. Sunday Drivers. It's pretty much the quality that you're going to see on a DVD. So. Anyway, Reddit, that'd be a good idea. Yes, for sure. I just thought about it today. And I was like, oh, I can just ask her online. Reddit would be a good spot. I mean, there's a bunch of places I could ask, for sure. Reddit would be good, though. Any place there's old people. Old people. Doc, look like I'm watching the intro to Greg Hastings Tournament Paintball. I don't even know what that looks like. Serial Killers is good quality. It's a good quality movie. It's certainly not good on YouTube, unfortunately. I don't know. Maybe it is. Let's go check. Keep saying it's good. I'll probably tell you it's not. Oh, Mal, maybe you're completely right. I completely take that back. Serial Killers actually is good. Why did I not think it was good? I don't know. Good call. I still want the DVDs. Well, maybe not actually, because this one's pretty good. I really don't need it for this. But Sunday Drivers, yeah, this one's not bad at all. Sunday Drivers, I'm like, maybe they uploaded Sunday Drivers too, and I'm just crazy. Wow, so both the serial killer ones are good. I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy. Sunday Drivers, though. And I don't remember even really watching Sunday Drivers. Well, definitely Serial Killers is good. Oh, sweet. JP! Good stuff. Yep. I have some of the Dirter stuff done. At one point I had access to every single Dirter file. And those are all, I don't know where those are all at. They disappeared. Reese, hey Brad, did you ever play at Bear Creek? Nope. I don't even know where that's at. It was before my time, owned by Joe Pomero. Yeah, I'm not even sure. I don't even know. I don't even know what that is. Bear Creek. Where's it at? I mean, I've only really played in Northern California. I mean, I've gone to SoCal and played at like SE Village, and I've been to Camp Pendleton. Bear Creek, yeah, I don't know. I've never even heard of it. I'm not sure. Bear Creek. That's like something else too. I don't know. The Road to Glory. There you go, Jason. I actually don't think I've ever seen that either. I'm gonna put a note of that. I saw that video the other day when I was looking for something, and I don't think I'd ever seen it. I was like, I'm not really familiar with what this is. I don't know if it's the follow-up to Push, though. What'd you say it was? Team Ironman, The Road to Glory was a prequel to Push and is actual... I actually love the soundtrack. But that was from like 95. That's like super old, though. So it wouldn't have been the prequel, right? Aren't prequels like before? Or they're... No. That's a sequel. Prequel is before. Huh. Let's make a thing called Paintball Movies. And we're going to put that right there. Yeah, I think I stole clips. I definitely stole clips from this for the video coming up. The Road to Glory. I wonder who made it. Because if it came out in 95, it's only like a few years. I mean, they started making Push only a couple of years or 3 years after that or whatever. Some brains, the indoor on your Uranium Drive, the amateur Ironman played at, had a 2-story castle in the middle. Battle Zone. Battle Zone kind of sounds kind of familiar too. The Shatner paintball movie, maybe? Like I kind of remember it's right here. It's funny. Remember Be Real? Be Real from Cypress Hill. Be Real from Cypress Hill played paintball. They had a team called the Stoned Assassins. And they actually play still. Some of their guys still play. And a clip of him just came up when he was on Rogan recently. I think recently. 5 years ago? No, not really recently. William Shatner's Splat Attack. Here's something. Shout out to, there's like a handful of people too. There's like 6 guys. Hold on a sec. Freaking air conditioner keeps running. It's not really that hot in here. There's like 6 guys that keep, not keep, but they often, I mean, there's like, okay, we'll say there's like 10 people on Facebook, who just like upload all kinds of old paintball stuff. And without them, I mean, we probably wouldn't even be talking about those. I don't know if this is the movie, though. William Shatner's Splat Attack 2. Is this the...
Shatner, with that game face on, ready to rally his troops. Modern technology, modern communication. One last chance to laugh before the serious fighting. The players come in all sizes and shapes, virtually all ages, men and women, many of them recreational players, just like to get out there and shoot. Scenario players who know how this works and really get into the competition. And among them, some pros.
Pros? This 65-year-old man. What the fuck is going on? Okay, he does have a prosthetic. I was like, what the fuck is this guy? All right, that's enough of that. We're not going to watch that anymore. I don't know what that was. I never saw that. The people that upload the old VHS DVD content online are the real MVPs. I'm with you about that. I mean, there really is, like, without, like, a lot of these guys. And then there's a handful of like guys on Facebook too that are uploading or like scanning old paintball magazines that have like a decade of like all the magazines scanned, which is extremely helpful for me when I'm trying to like find old history or figure out what the hell was happening in 1994. You know, I don't know. Who knows that? No one's going to know. So you got to like find all this old research. Definitely a paintball furry. Doc, I'm in a group that displays all the old Faithful covers. What's it called? I'm gonna send the gentleman. There's three Facebook pages that I use all the time that have a bunch of old magazines in it. Why don't I have dark mode on? That's why it feels weird to me right now. That's a little better. A Key Action Sports Catalog. That's kind of cool. That'd be kind of neat. You guys should like donate all this stuff to me. I just need it for like reference material. It's really good to have, you know, like I'm like, oh man, I need a good quality picture of, you know, freaking Rickson Dejas or something. I don't know. I should think of like an old Ironman guy. I need a good picture from 1996, you know, and finding that stuff's like is really difficult. Yeah, I wonder if they would send me some old stuff. I wonder if not National, we shouldn't call them National anymore. Should I call them GI? No, we should call them Core. Fucking crazy. I wonder if they would send me stuff. They probably might have old stuff. yeah, it's just really hard to find stuff, you know, and especially with the internet, because like stuff goes on the internet and then it like just kind of fades away from the internet. It gets so hard to find stuff, you know, like Google is like useless almost. It's like, I don't know. It's weird that Google's gotten so bad, but it's so hard to find stuff now. It's weird. You gotta like, I don't know. Yep. That's for sure why I want old stuff. Eric, can you explain all the die barrels? I know they're the recent ones, like the UL, ULS, ULI, but what about before that? Well, geez. There's been... Do I have any of those anymore? I don't know. I mean, I used to have a stainless steel single piece die barrel. But I would say the die barrels probably started out as stainless steel barrels. So originally they were probably single piece stainless steel barrels. And yeah, just, you know, like a single one piece stainless steel barrel. And then they probably turned into aluminum barrels because there were the aluminum barrels. They were just single piece aluminum barrels. And I'll bet after that they made the boomstick. And the boomstick is really the same thing as the ultralight. It was just a two-piece barrel that they, you know, they have. This doesn't really go like that, but say this is, you know, the barrel and the paintball goes this way and, you know, my hand isn't there. They glue the pieces together. They glue that barrel back in the barrel tip together with the boomstick. And then I would bet that the ultralight came after that. The ultralight was an all aluminum two-piece barrel. That boomstick was actually a stainless steel back with an aluminum tip. They've made different versions of those too. There were ones that were glued together. The later versions unscrewed. They made a titanium barrel, the titanium boomstick. I think that's like all the barrels that I made. I mean, they've had like the proto barrels. They had the proto one-piece barrel. They also had die single-piece barrels in like 2009 or something like that. They've made a bunch of stuff, really, I guess. Ultralights. Ultralights were glued at 1.2, so not all the ultralight barrels come apart. Like, I don't think that... Oh, I might not have it in here. It might be out in my bag. What a crap load of barrels. There's an ultralight. But that one unscrews, obviously. But I definitely have... I'm pretty confident that the black ultralight I have doesn't unscrew. I think it's glued. I don't think I've ever taken it apart. Glued together boomstick. Stainless steel to black and black aluminum tip. I don't know, did that answer your question? I mean, it's not too exciting. I don't know what the thumbs down is for. Stainless steel back? What are you asking? Stainless steel back aluminum tip. That means it's a boomstick. The one part that kind of sucks, though, is like... You can't really tell if they're threaded or not, or glued. Because you think you could look at the threads, right? You could look like right here and be like, oh, it's glued or it's threaded together. There's no real good way to tell. It's just... You could be like, you know, trying to unscrew it, but it's glued together and you're just like, you have no idea. So it kind of sucked. Just at one point they just switched the threaded ones. A funny thing too is that I think Matty Marshall, the current announcer for Go Sports, I'm pretty sure that he said that he assembled pretty much every single glued boomstick ever. Because there were a couple years where he was working for Dye. I think he's said that he's done them all. Your OBS has settings on camera that show an emote on screen when you do a specific gesture, like a thumbs up. Can you turn it off? No. I will not do that. Sorry. Just close your eyes or something. It's not that big a deal. You can figure it out. It's actually not OBS either. Mate Marshall. It's funny when Matt says something about like people pronouncing things weird. He always is like, "You don't pronounce my name Mate Marshall. It's Matty Marshall." Because people give him shit for what the hell am I saying? They give him shit for saying people's names wrong. What are all the reactions? I think there's like a heart one. How do you do this? Like a little teenage girl? Does that work? Nope. There's like the peace sign, but sometimes it doesn't show up that well. Double peace sign? What if we like do this? Like, does something cool happen when I do that? Yeah, I thought so. That's pretty neat. You can't see this now. That's kind of cool. We can do studio lighting. Look, I can put it in portrait mode. Anyway. You can turn it off. It's not like, crazy. See, like it's off right now. Now it won't do an emoji. I think it's kind of neat. I honestly wish that I could incorporate it with OBS, and I wish that I could like do custom ones. That's what I really want. Like, I wish it would do stuff with super chats and all kinds of stuff. There's an eggplant one. The 69. Cool Cray. Okay, I don't know what we're doing. I don't know. I was gonna say I'm gonna go for a walk at the river, but it's 98 degrees outside still. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Not much fun. I don't know. I really want, like, ideally, I wish that it would, like, do, like, when someone would super chat, I wish that it would do something like that. But I don't know if that's possible. Oh, it would be, but it'd involve, like, masking and, like, a bunch of, like, complicated things. So maybe I'm going to do it. Paintball was synonymous. It was synonymous. It was synonymous with smoking weed. What are we talking about? Brad, do you think about smoking weed and playing paintball? Brad, what do you think about smoking weed and playing paintball? Well, I tell you, like 90% of the people that I play with on a regular basis are high when they're playing. So, whatever. I don't care. I can't do it. Like, I can't do it. I think too much. Like, when I get high, I like my brain goes like Mach 40 and I can't do it. Like, I'm like in a bunker and I can't, like, it's just difficult for me to like full on focus, like, I feel like paintball is one of those things too, where I have to be thinking about this and this and this and this. I have to be like listening for people. Chris knows. I just can't do it. I like, when I'm playing paintball, I have to be thinking about like, where are the guys in front of me? When am I going to shoot at him? Who else can shoot me? I got to listen for my teammates. I have to listen for the kill count, the ball count. There's so many things I have to be like thinking about that I just can't do it. I get all crazy, so it's not for me. I just can't do it. I can't think about some things. But I know for some people it makes you feel like you can like see through bunkers when like you have like super ability, which I understand. I understand that. I just can't do it playing paintball. I truly think that weed is like a performance enhancing drug in the right sports. I think it is. Yep. My brain just goes wild. Banana scented paint while high would work great. That's all I use. Banana ball, baby. Supplied by the best paintball store in Sacramento. Sec Paintball store. Also, BFP gear. All right. I start eating my banana. It does smell good. I know a lot of people don't like fake banana flavor. I love fake artificial banana flavor. It's so good. Oh, like Runts, the candy Runts, the banana Runts. Oh, I love them so much. I also used to like circus peanuts when I was a kid. I used to eat circus peanuts all the time. We go to like Hollywood Video or Blockbuster, and I'm like, I'm gonna give me some fucking circus peanuts. Hell yeah, circus peanuts. Boomer. Really nice store. Great deals on used guns as well. I mean, they definitely are a good store. There's no question. You might find me in there, which could make it good and bad. All the employees are good. It's extremely well organized. They literally have almost everything you could want, too. Well, everything. But they're going to have all the, like, you know, normal stuff you're going to want. They don't probably have, like, RAMs for a 98 autococker. Not that you need a specific RAM for a 98. They don't have 98 valves or something. Paint chips as well. I'm going to eat paint chips later. What are we talking about paint chips for? Do people really eat paint chips? Is that really a thing? Like kids eating paint chips? Was that a thing? Or is that just like some weird thing? Like I know kids huffed, you know, I mean, grown-ass adults huff. You know, you see a guy walking around town with a silver face. You know what that guy's doing. Paint chips. What was there like a sitcom or something with someone who was huffing a lot and they had like a silver face all the time? Chris, I've said that I've said we should have a mushroom paintball play day. Mad Max? Is it Mad Max too? That's right. Those guys did have like silver faces. The guy that was on like the front playing that like crazy guitar. I tried to watch the new movie that came out like about the something. I don't know. I watched like half of it. Ulf. Oh, Charlie Kelly. There we go. Charlie was into huffing. That's what I'm thinking of. That's what I'm thinking of. For sure, It's Always Sunny. That's what I'm thinking of. Dude, that show is so goddamn good. Dude, Always Sunny is so good. Dang. It's definitely Always Sunny is what I was thinking about. God damn. There's so many things that are funny. There's so many like funny like moments and like iconic scenes that are in Always Sunny. One of these days I'll get to use like the like Charlie where he was like, I forget what they were doing, but he was like trying to like figure out who was who, and he had that big board up and he was like all with the tape with the red strings. You're thinking of the day, man. Yeah, I was going to start singing that song too. Day, man. Day, man. Of the night, man. Woo! Singer of the night, man. I'm trying to remember the lyrics. Whoa. Master of karate and everyone. Something. Day, man. Seeker of the night. I don't know, whatever it is. There was also the Spiders song was so good. Or was that the same song? And the Spiders. Anyway, Champion of the Sun. Champion. Master of karate and friendship for everyone. Something like that. I gotta pay the troll to get in this boy's hole. There's just so many crazy things, dude. This feels madness. What have I started watching again? I like sitcoms. Sitcoms are my jam. Normally I watch like sitcoms every night. Like old sitcoms or new ones. Like I started to watch What We Do in the Shadows again. I think I'm on like season 2 or 3. I don't remember. Season 3. And then I got... Wow, why am I blanking on... What in the hell are Kyle and Anders? And... I don't know. Modern Family. How I Met Your Mother. Workaholics, Jesus Christ. There we go. Gotta be fresh. I used to watch that show all the time. I watched that in like when it was actually on TV, Comedy Central. I'd get home from like school and be like, okay, Eastbound and Down. Eastbound's like, that's what I need to watch again, dude. Eastbound, hell yeah. A little bit of Kenny Powers. You know that Kenny Powers is actually supposed to be John Rocker? It's actually a real person. Sorta. I mean, John Rocker was a fucking crazy baseball player. It's obviously Kenny Powers is a little bit extreme. But John Rocker was like... Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, Trailer Park Boys, I never got into it. Like, I have... both of my cousins would always quote that show, and they'd talk to me about it, and I'm like, yeah, it sounds funny. I just never watched it. Ted Lasso, I don't know. I like Ted Lasso. I wouldn't say it's like the funniest show. It's not going to be something that I probably watch again. Foot Fist Way. I have not watched Foot Fist Way, but I know all about it. Danny McBride. I think that there's some Will Ferrell. Is Will Ferrell in that? There's something about Will Ferrell, like, discovered him when he was in that, or he, like, found that movie and then got him to do a bunch of stuff. I don't know. Yeah, it's funny that Kenny Powers and John Rocker are like, Foot Fist Way. Okay. Well, then I'm gonna put it in my notes. I know it's about karate. Maybe I have watched it, dude. My memory's so bad. Something's happened that I just don't remember. All right, there we go. I'll get it. Foot Fist Way. Yeah, I like sitcoms. I'm a sitcom fan. I wish my mentality was a little bit different. It's hard for me to like think about funny stuff. Righteous Gemstones. Righteous Gemstones is also really good. Vice Principals is also really good. Also with what's his name? Raylan. No, not Raylan. Walter Goggins or Walton Goggins. He's so good. He's like one of the best actors ever. He's great. Reno 911 was also a brilliant TV show. Tacoma 51. I think I've heard Tacoma's 51. Should have a Blazing Saddles. Yeah, that one I don't know. That one we might get kicked off YouTube for. They might not like that one no matter what. Because the push video, I got copywritten for everything. But it doesn't really matter. That's the whole point of doing it as a member one. But I don't know about Blazing Saddles. Dude, he's so good in Fallout. Fallout's amazing. Fallout's like the best TV show in like the last couple of years, I think. It's so good. Hot Rod. I don't fully remember Hot Rod. I know I saw it with Andy Samberg and stuff like that. They were like... a stunt team or something like that. I don't really fully remember. They were a stunt team. Yeah, my brain has a problem thinking about like jokes. Like, I know what's funny. Like, I can obviously say what's funny. And, like, I could even, like, explain to you why things are funny. Like, I'm like, this is funny because of this. And I could, like, explain the jokes and be like, and tell you why it works. But, like, I struggle so much with, like, writing it because my brain just, like, I don't know. It thinks, like, way too literally. And I'm like, that's the correct information. And I'm like, that's the right one. And so it's hard for me to, like, think, like, crazy, weird like that. Because I'm always, like, writing the correct thing or doing, you know, like that. So it's very difficult. I've tried, you know, hopefully in new videos, I'm definitely going to try. And I know, like, joke structure, I just am so bad at it. I don't know. But then I don't really try much either. Chris, you'll write my jokes. Okay, I'm going to send you a script to the next video, and you can punch it up for me. See, I even know the lingo. You know, like, it's difficult for my brain. I've never really tried, so it's like, it's difficult for me to, like, do it. I don't know. But I can obviously, like, write and talk and use words well, so it's not like I just don't get it. Dune 1 and 2. I tried to watch Dune 1. Dune 1 is a beautiful movie. I mean, cinematography, VFX, beautiful. Only watched half of it. I do watch stand-up. That's part of the problem, is that I feel like I totally understand it, but totally not at the same time. Like, I totally understand, but, like, can't do it. It's difficult for me. It also has to do with my memory, too. I can't, like, pull up jokes on my top of my head. It's hard. I don't know. Best Batman movie? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I'm not a huge Batman fan. I don't really watch a lot of movies in the first place, so. It's definitely probably like Dark Knight or one of those ones. Whatever the ones that were around that time, I would say. I would say that I'm probably partial to anything with Adam West. If Adam West is in it, I probably like it. House of Dragons, watched the first 10 minutes and was like, I'm not watching this bullshit. I don't know. I don't know. I like, you know, I watched Game of Thrones. I enjoyed the game. I enjoyed Game of Thrones. It wasn't bad. Like, you know, it just did. I don't know. I just, something about it. I just was like, I don't want to watch this. Whatever. It was like, it's too much like nonsense. Like, I was like, I felt like Game of Thrones. I needed to take notes. I was like, there's like 400 characters in every episode. And it's like, ugh, there's just so much. I'm like, I don't want to remember this. Crazy. Shane Gillis is my favorite stand-up right now. Yeah, Shane's good. See, this is where I could go to total comedy nerd. Like, I need a comedy mentor. Shane's good. I mean, there's so much good stand-up right now. I don't know. I can't even think about stuff. I think that Joe List is kind of underrated. Joe List just had a new special. It's like, I think really, really good. Remember when Brad tried to leave 15 minutes ago? Yeah, then we started talking about something interesting. Yeah, Dr. Phil's are good too. Adam Ray's great. I really like Adam Ray. Adam Ray's funny because, like, you know, I thought about it too, though. It would kind of suck, right? Because he's gotten popular being Dr. Phil, not Adam Ray. You know, for the last 20 years, he's tried to be Adam Ray and be like a funny Adam Ray. And then now all of a sudden he's like, God damn it, why does this Dr. Phil thing work? Now I'm just like Dr. Phil guy, you know, and Adam just had a special come out too. And it's probably not like nearly, it's probably not nearly as good as the Dr. Phil stuff. Oh, it's not bad. He has 405,000 views in 3 weeks, which is good. I mean, but the Dr. Phil stuff's getting like, you know, millions of views in an hour or like a week or something like that. Anyway, someone said something about Stavros. The fat Greek comic Stavros, what's his face, is good. Stavros Hulkinus or Hulkinen? I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Joe List was in a movie directed by Louis C.K. called, was it called July 4th? I told you guys. I understand comedy, and I get it. I just don't, I'm bad at it. Yeah, Dr. Phil's are great. They really are. Bill Burr, I mean, Bill's funny. I don't know, Bill, I don't see him around. I don't see him on the internet as much as all these other guys. I mean, he's obviously funny, though, but I don't know. I definitely know the stand-up. Jim Carrey, like Carrey. I don't think that's how you spell his name, right? Man, Pee Wee Herman. What's crazy is the other day I saw clips of Pee Wee Herman, and I was like, holy shit. I was like, I loved this when I was a kid. And like, I didn't really think it was funny, because I was probably a little too young. But I bet I would think it was really funny now. Like, I can't remember what I was watching. It was like just a quick clip. And then I saw Austin Powers. I watched Austin Powers last night for like 10 minutes. It was free on YouTube. I was like, oh, Austin Powers. Red Fox? Yeah, Red Fox is like God tier. So is Paul Mooney. Paul Mooney is probably like my favorite dead black comedian. We'll say. Okay, anyway. Bill Burr is a good comedian, but he's a snoozer as a podcast guest. I guess it just matters if you get Bill in a good mood or not, because he'll like rip some people an asshole and just be like a total dick the whole time too, which is kind of interesting. All right. Enough rambling. I'm going to go eat dinner. I might go for a walk first. Fucking hot though, man. It's 95. It was 95 last night at like 10 o'clock, so it's better than look at that. All right, guys. Thank you. Everybody who showed up. It's appreciated. And channel members, YouTube channel members like you there, Tyler. What was I saying? There will be a new video up for you guys this week. There should be, at least. Should be. Up this week, the How Hyperball Tournament Changed the World or whatever. You guys get like an early sneak peek at that, so that'll be up soon. So watch for that. And in the meantime, I will see you guys on Monday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.